Hi everyone, this is for a school project and I have to do my first vlog, so I decided to talk about Metro Vancouver water. It's going to be a very brief explanation of how it gets to your tap from the watersheds, so here goes. There are 18 municipalities that use Metro Vancouver water, and they are the following. I don't know if you can see, there's Burnaby, Coquitlam, Delta, the City of Langley, the Township of Langley, Maple Ridge, New Westminster, City of North Van, and District North Van. There's Pitt Meadows, Port Coquitlam, Port Moody, Richmond, Surrey, UEL, UBC, Vancouver, and West Vancouver. Some of these cities use their own wells to have water, so they only partially rely on Metro Vancouver. And White Rock City uses its own source all by itself. So basically there are three watersheds that Metro Vancouver uses. They are Coquitlam, Seymour, and Capilano. Most of the water we comes from Seymour, which is at 40%, and Capilano and Coquitlam are both at 30%. On average, each watershed sources about 350 million liters per month. Now, there are three levels of protection. The first one is source protection, and that is when the watersheds are protected from the public because they're not allowed in, so there's no contamination from, let's say, like walking your dog or going for a run or something. You are allowed in for hikes and trails, but they're on a different route. The second is primary disinfection, and that's when you treat the water at the site, so at the watershed site. And then is secondary disinfection, which is treated out as the water is going along. For Coquitlam, the primary disinfection that they use is ozone, and for the secondary it's chlorine. But however, in 2011, they're updating the Coquitlam facility to make a UV light center, so they're also going to use UV light to disinfect the water. Now, I'm going to do a brief explanation of how they disinfect the water. For ozone, they use an unstable ozone gas, which is oxygen with 3 atoms. And the oxygen atoms penetrate the cell wall, they corrode the wall, and as the corrosion spreads, the cell has this stage called cell lysis, which is cell death. For chlorine, Metro Vancouver uses sodium hypochlorite, and it's kind of a clear yellowy solution. And what it does is the chlorine atom switches with one or more of the hydrogen atoms of the enzyme, and that causes malfunction, and so the cell dies. And for UV light, what happens is the UV light passes through the cell. It disinfects by disrupting the DNA, which stops reproduction, and so it makes it sterile, but it doesn't take it out. For the Seymour and Capilano watersheds, the primary and secondary are both chlorine, but when the SCFP, which is the Seymour Capilano filtration plant, it should finish by 2011 with the twin tunnels. What it does, it takes water from both sources and it uses UV light for primary disinfection. The secondary will still be chlorine. The chlorine is good because it lasts quite a while. It gradually breaks down, so there's a lot of residual filtration that goes along as the water is distributed through the pipes. Alright, and there are also 8 rechlorination stations around the city as the water gets distributed. Okay, for water testing, they test 25,000 times every year. 25,000 or more times per year. And they work 365 days a year, so they never take a break. So your water is tested every single day, and also at different points throughout the city. They test daily for things like E. coli and total coliforms, as well as other things, and turbidity, which is like how murky your water is. They test weekly for bacteria like Giardia lamblia and Cryptosporidium, which gives you like up to fatal diseases that they used to have when they didn't use chlorine. They also test bi-weekly, monthly, semi-annually, and annually for a lot of other things that you can find on the Metro Vancouver site. So they also test in 5 different areas. They test the untreated source water, the treated water, the Metro Vancouver water mains, the Metro Vancouver reservoirs, and also the distribution sites. And there are 53 different water sampling sites within the city of Vancouver. For distribution, they have a computerized control facility that is staffed 24/7, and it's located in Lake City in Burnaby. And what they do is they just monitor the water distribution as it goes out to the cities. How much of it is going and if it's going to the right places, so you know it's pretty good. They also annually flush water mains to make sure it's all clean and with no bacteria and stuff, and this happens every single year. They do different sections per year, so it's cleaned about, I don't know, every 3 years or something. Alright, so to sum up, there's protected source water, there's 2 levels of filtration or disinfection, there's 25,000 tests per year to see how clean your water is, and if there's something wrong, they signal you right away and they tell you not to use it or to boil it, or they give some kind of warning. So it's pretty awesome. And yeah, they test 365 days a year. And they also have clean and monitored distribution. And they also even put sodium carbonate into your water to prevent your pipes from corrosion. So, tap water is clean. Drink tap water. Bottled water is a choice, not a necessity from everything that I just told you. Instead of paying $0.0008 for tap water per liter, you're paying $1.75 at least for bottled water, which is not a liter. I think it's like 500 milliliters or something. So yeah, and you can just go to the Metro Vancouver site. They have everything on there. They have the PDFs from water consumption to information about the building SCFP, which is the Seymour Capilano Filtration Plant. Yeah, they also have a tap water campaign going on. So check it out. Alright, thanks. Bye.